Эдриан, в медиации мы не даем советов сторонам спора. Как поступает супервизор? Может ли он давать прямые рекомендации своему подопечному, особенно если сам медиатор об этом просит?
Absolutely. The role of a supervisor is quite distinct from that of a mediator. There are times when a mediator may stray. For example, may be working with a case when through supervision it becomes apparent that there are very, very serious risk issues arising. The mediator, in wanting to help the clients, may underestimate what else might be going on. So, for example, if a child protection issue has arisen, there may be a risk that the mediator is forgetting the seriousness of that and might decide to plough on or carry on with the mediation. And the supervisor may need to discuss with the mediator, listen to what's going on in the case, and then say, in view of what is being alleged, I'm going to ask you, will you please consider closing the case down? If the mediator was to actually say, well, no, I still want to work with this case, I may have to be a little bit ruthless and say, I am not going to support you in running this case. I'm going to insist that you close it down. And based on what you've heard, you must report this to the social services. In the event that the mediator chose not to take what I'm telling them to do, then I may have to warn them that I will not have any responsibility for the way they're conducting that case. And if they continue to go down a route that I think is putting a child at risk, then I may have to withdraw from being their supervisor and ultimately may need to report them to their professional body. It's what we call tough love. It's protecting the mediator as well in terms of their future professional development. It's also vitally protecting a possible child being at risk. There are other situations where a mediator may be explaining a case to me that is starting to hit a major impasse. Let's say, for example, that the mediator is a male mediator and there are issues arising in the case where I think they are straying from being impartial and they may be starting to align with perhaps the male party or indeed even the female party. And I will be saying to them, based on what you're telling me, you know that you have built into your contract for mediation with the clients that you can adjust your model of mediation. And I'm going to insist that you consider bringing in a mediator of the opposite gender who can help you restore the balance to encourage the clients to feel that they are actually being treated in an appropriate way, where both their interests are being considered. And those are really just two examples, but I think it demonstrates that a supervisor does have the power and the ability to say, firstly, this is my advice, but if you choose not to take it, then I would be deeply concerned how this case is going to go. And I may have to direct you now to consider bringing someone else in. If I think it's serious enough and the mediator chooses not to take that advice, again, I may have to say, this could compromise our relationship in terms of me supporting you and being your supervisor.